kukimbia sio kufika, pole pole ndo mwendo. Imani yako ibaki kwa Mungu mwenye uwezo. Toka kitandani shutuka, inakupasa kujituma na baraka zitashuka, shuka kwako wewe. Kuna Mungu wa rehema, mema anatuwazia, na ndo maana niko kwa nasimama kwake sawa sawa. Yeah, wabaraka, 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 baba wabaraka, wabaraka, baba wabaraka, na fadhili zake za milele. Wabaraka, 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 baba wabaraka, wabaraka, baba nasimama kwake sawa sawa. Ana mipango nawe, ana mipango nawe, ana mipango nawe, kwake sawa sawa. Yeye ni Mungu wa baraka, hakuna mipango. Yeye ni Mungu wa baraka, hakuna mpango. Ana mipango, yeye ni Mungu mwaminifu, hakuna mpango. Yeye ni Mungu mwaminifu, hakuna mpango.
Anasafisha,
Anasafisha, fisha, anaosha, anaosha, anasafisha dada. Ana mipango nawe, ana mipango nawe, ana mipango nawe, amanga kwake sawa sawa. Yeye ni Mungu wa baraka, hakuna mpango. Yeye ni Mungu wa baraka, hakuna mpango. Ana mipango, yeye ni Mungu mwaminifu, hakuna mpango. Yeye ni Mungu mwaminifu, hakuna mpango.
Shani, Laura, you already know.
Take a day on the beat.
Tabasamu usoni, furaha moyoni, ninaye rafiki wa kweli, mfalme wa amani. All the sorrows and the worries, nikiwa naye nyepesi. That's why I dance and sing, I dance and sing.
No matter where I go, I'm surrounded. And if I ever fall, I'll never take the fall. Cause your blood paid the cost, I'm not bounded. You gave me a brand new chance. Now I'm living like it's heaven on earth since I met you. Don't have to die, go to heaven just to get you. I have that here, I hold you dear. You whisper and I know that I'll make it, that's clear.
Na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu, wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu.
Yeah, let's talk about mercy, yeah, you give it every day. Talk about grace, yeah, you give it when I pray. Talk about goodness, talk about love. Talk about all the blessings that you
Welcome
give from
to the
above.
good side, the bright side.
Come as you are, yeah, your life will never
Welcome
be
to
the
the good
same.
side, the bright side.
Pero ho yako yote, watching spread it all the way.
Na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu, wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. Wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu. Wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu.
big up 23 ile mtami utaka na hii nyingine jo na hii nyingine jo Hey, washaweka bounty, ju flow killer beat imeoga, kiopina nina mazai kwako tu za topina na vile niko ndani mzeya I'm so ina si take shots na bareda critics hawawezi kunispot under radar na bring the house down I'm a tremor na leta fire I'm a flamer na rusha moto mo na shikata wazai na mamokoro so na Jesus na songa I still roga shetani na mbaki sogo mosodo don't whine wabambi kichu Mungu anameja na maina na feel ni kinda I mean refine I'm fine mokori neje so imebaki na saika sishiki kijo I mean refine I'm fine boss you get that me na cry sweet tighter sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I mean refine I'm fine boss you get that me na cry sweet tighter iko nini sina tabu siko steam manyaru mziki mekoma iko fit kuitwa babu fishers of men kwa hizi streets mi ndio nyavu alright hii ndio sababu I got the juice in madafu maji kwa mi majabu amefura utadhani taxin mashavu nina mwamba si ababu shaito simfil kalamu wash by his blood damu kauna ni feel usishushe yo hamu na don't whine na wabambiki vile Mungu anameja na maina na feel ni kinda I mean refine I'm fine mokori neje so imebaki na saika sishiki kijo I mean refine I'm fine cause you get that me na cry sweet tighter sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I mean refine I'm fine boss you get that me na cry sweet tighter gigging with the bass, street legit, I'm bringing the hits. Steady wind, the one on the field. Wicked, honey, my face, see that is sponsor and lip in my bill. I'm sticking the rail, we kicking in Christ, you know the drill. Blah, woo. So I'm back in the dojo, and the Lord. Kwa hearing, ukipenda nite Frodo. Shetani anabashwa, anateta zima moto. Kuna life after death, CLA we hear YOLO. Okay, hichoki art giveaway. Madam tuko chocho, put your back into it. So lazima post nude, ama utwak kujue. Na kile una post, put your fact into it. Woo. Hichoki art giveaway. Madam tuko chocho, put your back into it. So lazima, we utwak kujue. Na kile una post, work a fact into it. Sishiki kijo I mean refine I'm fine up cause you get that me na cry sweet tighter Sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I mean refine I'm fine up cause you get that me na cry sweet tighter Sishiki kijo I mean refine I'm fine up cause you get that me na cry sweet tighter Sishiki kijo na sitishiki jo I mean refine I'm fine boss you get that me na cry sweet tighter 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 me na cry sweet tighter
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Sheversations. A happy Friday to you, and I hope that you have had a wonderful week. And if not, Sheversations is here to make your day better. So we are going to end the week on a high note, and happy International World Poetry Day to you. So today, just aside from talking about a couple of serious things, yes, a couple of serious things, we are also shouting out some poets, some artists, some artivists, and just people who are making our life much more beautiful. So I welcome you to today's edition of Sheversations, and my name is Caroline Murote. You can reach out and continue the conversation. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what you have to say about what we have to say on all the
the socials. Instagram, you can find me on @Caroline_Murote, and at Power Radio on Facebook, it's Caroline Murote, and Power Radio on Twitter, it's at Caroline Murote and at Power Radio, and TikTok at Power Radio and at Caro Murote, CAROL Murote, MUROTE. So I hope that you are excited for a good show. And we were ushered into the show by Wapendo Muziki saying Anasafisha, and then we had Shani reminding us of God's goodness with Wema Wako, and right about now Stony Jiwe was letting us know Sishikiki Joe. Yes, and we're about to jump into You by Churchill King and Recap and Better by Motoria, because your week is just about to get better. I'll see you in just a short while.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
One time, two time. You already know now. Pick up Churchill. Since I met you, Jesus. Since I met you. Yeah. I met this man and he changed my life. He told me that he had to pay a price, and the price that he paid on that racket cross, poured his blood for me, I'm saying, yeah.
Okay, it's another new chapter. Holla, I'm doing it for the master. Saved by grace, I'm no longer a disaster. Spirit of a billionaire, no, I'm not a hustler. It all started the day I met him on the cross. The day I gave my life to him without the teams on. That was the day I sang a new song. Amazing grace forever, sweetest sound. I surrender, who am I to boss? Salute to the most high, I can never floss. He's the boss, man, believe me, he's the boss. I can always sing it when the beat drops. I'm on for the game cause I'm out of the cage. I'm not for the fame but I'm here for the church. Christ is the way, the truth and the life. No longer in darkness, I'm walking in light. The wages of sin can never be life. No longer loses, winning the fight. He died on the cross to save my life. No longer in the cross of my life.
Since I met you. Since I met Jesus, I've never been the same. Since I met Jesus, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed.
And you'll be back again, recap at Churchill King, spitting truth from the booth, loose in the noose that we having fellas checking deuces to their own. And haters do their best just to magnify the wrongs, but really I'm sorry. My faith only bothers with he who bought me. Therefore I ain't praised with the talk of men around me. My journey is between me and the one who started it in me. Prohibit me to inhibit the spirit that is within me.
They told me I needed more exposure. Like if I was taking a photo in inferior light, I started to see myself in an inferior light. Samsung, Sony, I had many stereotypes. Now I put bars in your faces, I don't read your rights. I got some advice so you don't get consumed by these lights. A word from the wise, gotta keep your eyes on the prize. Nairobi for Christ, look at how he paid all the price.
Since I met you. Since I met Jesus, I've never been the same. Since I met Jesus, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed.
And you ain't got a chance, cause he loves you anyway.
Come as
Just
you
come as you are.
You'll be forever
And you will be forever changed.
Come as you
ain't got a chance,
Come as
cause he
you
loves you
are.
anyway.
Come as
Just
you
come as you are.
You'll
Come
never
as you
be
are.
the same.
Yeah.
I met you. Since I met you. I met this man and he changed my life. Since I met you. I met this man and he changed my life. Yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
It's been a really long time, tangu nikuvutie. I only called today, but I think about you every day. Najua nilichoma, yeah. I take the blame. Juu tangu iyo day, I've never been the same.
Find me at B&D of late kila weekendi. Nimekosana na wengi, lakini sisi I'm regretting. I know you know me well, usikate juu niko mlevi. Please don't hang up on me, niache niseme ukweli. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo upande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I'm not stalking you, niliona umepost pictures are cost. Your new man doing the most. You seem happy, you seem so happy. Called to let you know I'm taken but available for you. Bestie, bestie, we nirudishie phone. Cause you don't understand what the hell is going on. Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo upande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo upande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday.
Reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. Needs to know what's in my heart.
Day and night. Power Radio.
Amenivua vazi la aibu na moyo wangu wakati sina budi ila nimusifu. Ona vile amefanya
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Oh, just see what the Lord has done. That's basically what that song says. That's Amefanya Mungu by Wapendo Muziki. And right before that, we had Better by Motaria and You by Churchill King featuring a recap. It is 23 minutes past 11 and I hope that you are enjoying the show. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you have anything to say. Caroline_Murote on Instagram and Caroline Murote across all the socials of Power Radio, across all the socials. In case you're just joining me, I am your girl, Caroline Murote. This is Sheversations. Welcome to the show. This is a place where we amplify female voices. And today we are talking about a couple of things. First of all, it is International World Poetry Day. All right, already, and I'm feeling excited about that. And also we're gonna dive and look into women's role in politics as well as civic spaces. And you guys, you already know that today is a day where we celebrate powerful women. Speaking of which, Leo tukona Spontaneous Kenya, tukona Shiki Poet, tukona Sissy Bubble and Mombi Macharia. Now, what do those women have in common? Let me know what those women have in common. Do you know? You should put it in the comment section. So what these women have in common is that they are all poets and spoken word artists. They are artists through and through, and they have heavily collaborated with the Power 254. They are artivists and they are putting their voices out there. So because this is a World Poetry Day, we are shouting out our local poets, and we are going to just look into what does it look like to be a poet. But before we do that, I'm going to honor my favorite poet ever, the woman who got me into poetry when I was a child. That is the one and the only Maya Angelou. And I've done this before. I'm going to do it again. So we are going to dive into phenomenal women before I let you know about the 4 phenomenal women that I have just let you know that are going to be our powerful women for today, because indeed they are. That is exactly what they are. So this is a phenomenal woman by Maya Angelou, and this is what it says. So girl, this is for you. Yeah, so if you're wondering about why you're phenomenal, if you're looking for something to feel, special, about yourself, something that helps you feel beautiful, something that helps you feel phenomenal, this is for you. And this is what she says. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I am a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellow stands or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's in the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I am a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arc of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I am a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That is me. Okay. All right. And that is what Maya Angelou has to say. And this is Slicky by Keithan and Glow Up by Karun. That this glow up is for all the phenomenal women. When we come back, we're going to shout out the phenomenal women on my list. I'll be back in just a jiffy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hello, akashtuka kwa home na mimi, lakini siwezi dedi. Tukibaki alone when you're calling my phone. I hope unajua siwezi slake. Check it, shani washa videtly. Waiting for your text on my phone. Yes, you know I'm still checking. When you want to call me, it's amazing. Playing hard to get. Oh, if I get to you. Oh no, Nairobi kuna story. City love inaweza leta ngori. Everyone's got their card up, I say. We all want somebody, but do we want to stay? Tonsils the way that you sweet are coming my way. Tell me look down, utapata knockdown. Oh yeah. Aliruka hello, akashtuka kuona mimi, lakini siwezi dedi. Tukibaki alone when you're calling my phone. I hope unajua siwezi slay. Aliruka hello, akashtuka kuona mimi, lakini siwezi dedi. Tukibaki alone when you're calling my phone. I hope unajua siwezi slay.
Have you seen that girl? I've seen that girl before. You can see it in her motions, yeah, she knows. Got her mind together, she can take it slow. Take it slow. If you ain't seen me lately, don't you worry, 'cause you see, I realized the secret to my worth. Whatever happens, I'll put me first. Put me first. I've never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, oh hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I've never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, oh baby, I'd like to know ya. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, yeah, baby, I'd like to know ya. Oh, why won't you buy me sometime that I wouldn't need back? Oh, you know there's moments I wish I could go back and tell you that, yeah. Tell you I need time to know you. Tell you I've been trying to show you how far this thing could go if we just hold space for love in a higher plane. I love you, by the way. See, we all bleed the same, hey. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, oh hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, oh baby, I'd like to know ya. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, yeah, baby, I'd like to know ya. Say now, put me on your level. We could be forever. Light the shines together, together. Hey now, you could be my neighbor. Only we can save us. Sister love forever, forever. Say now, put me on your level.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
You're in love with me. Kabla kujuana, tulitongozana, iliingiana, tuliomba sana. Ona leo hii, you're mine to be for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I feel so lucky. Unami for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I feel so happy. Unami for the rest of my life. Couple in town, do see how? And I really broke down when I saw you walk in your wedding gown. Whoa, whoa. Kabla kujuana, tulitongozana, ikaingiana, tukashindwa kuachana. Ona leo hii, hey, you're in love with me. Kabla kujuana, tulitongozana, iliingiana, tuliomba sana. Ona leo hii, hey, we are meant to be for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I feel so lucky.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Welcome back. To Sheversations. The time is 20 minutes to 1:30 the day. That means it's 20 minutes to 12. And I hope that you were enjoying this edition of Sheversations. I was for the rest of my life by Watendo Willie. Please ignore me. And I'm gonna glow up, which I said, ladies, this is for you, by Miss Karoon. And then we had a Slicky by Keithan. All right. So I shared some beautiful poetry from Miss Maya Angelou, phenomenal woman. And I told you that we are about to celebrate some phenomenal women and our powerful women for Leo. Right. We're gonna start off with Spontaneous, the poet, otherwise known as Rachel Stephanie Akinyi. A celebrated Kenyan poet as well as artivist. She is truly, in everything that she is, a work of art. All right, so let's look into her poetry career as well as her performances. So she is a genius at blending music as well as a spoken word. Yeah, and honestly, she is somebody that has been creating performances, just giving thundering performances that honestly transcend whatever it is that you expect as a traditional form of spoken word or poetry or art. And she lives by this mantra: live life, love. All right. And basically this guides her artistic endeavors because she's all about love. She's all about living life and living it fully. And she aims to educate as well as entertain and motivate for positive societal change. So shout out to you, Miss Spontaneous. Now, seeing that this is a powerful woman, let's look at the different stages that she has graced. Just a few, just to name a few. This is not even all of them. But yes, we have One Night Stand in Eldoret. That's 2013. We have Fatuma's Voice. That was the brainchild of Chris Mukasa and Rick's poet Eric Otieno. Right, we have Hisia Zangu. We have Slam Africa, yes, where she's been a slam poet. We have Anika Forum. She founded Anika. There's street poetry. There's Poetry After Lunch, PAL, which happens at the Kenya National Theatre. There's This Is Africa, also the Nairobi Fashion Week, Somali Heritage at the Kenya National Theatre, and quite recently she graced the stages of the Forbes Women Africa Awards in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, seeing how powerful she is, yes, I already said that she is the one. She's a co-founder at Anika 254, and this is an organization that is art-based, that is dedicated to effecting positive change through art. So they are all about art. And she's also the founder of Female Poets KE, which is a platform that promotes female poets in Kenya. So as you can see, Spontaneous is not somebody for you to just pass by the side of the road. You should be collecting autographs and collecting them very, very quickly, because this girlie is only climbing up the ladder and not stopping for anybody. So which awards and recognition has she received? This is just to name a few. So she's a recipient of the Gender Equality Award in 2025, as well as being a speaker at Forbes Women Africa 2025. So that is this year. She has been winning, and her light has been shining very, very, very bright. And diving into just a couple of things that she had said. She said, art is not just a form of expression. It is a catalyst for change. Also, through poetry, we can challenge societal norms and inspire transformation. She also said, every performance is an opportunity to connect, to educate, and to empower. And she said, our stories are told authentically have the power to reshape narratives. So everything Miss Spontaneous says is heavy, deep, and impactful, and we like it just like that. So thank you so much, Spontaneous, our poet. Thank you so, so much for making this world a beautiful one piece of poetry and song at a time. And moving right along to our next powerful woman, we have the magnificent Mombi Macharia. Ooh, so she is a beast. She is a performing beast. If you've ever seen her performing live, then you know what I'm talking about. Yes, and this girlie was born and raised here, Nairobi, Kenya. She's an educated girlie. She completed a bachelor's degree in law at Riara University, Nairobi, and then akamua, no, she's gonna go and continue. So she earned her master's degree in 2024 in African Studies. Imagine that, from the Center of African Studies in the University of Copenhagen. Come on, girl. And her thesis focused on spoken word poetry as a medium for expressing identity and belonging in Kenya. Look at how close to home her thesis is. This is somebody who cares for even their education to make a difference and give back. And currently she teaches Kiswahili at the Center of African Studies. So shout out to you, Miss Mombi. All right. Now, when it comes to poetry, she began her spoken word journey in 2016, where she performed at Kwani. She was performing at Kwani open mic, as well as Poetry After Lunch PAL at the Kenya Culture Center, Kenya National Theatre. All right. And she is also a slam poet. So she performed at Slam Africa. She has also featured on various media platforms. She is a regular at KTN Lifestyle and TV's The Trend, Citizen TV's 10 over 10. All right, Miss Mombi. And in 2020, she appeared on CNN's One World to discuss her poem, Dear World Leaders. She's also been commissioned to write for organizations such as PMNCH, as well as Mothers to Mothers, and your fave, DSTV's Multi Choice. And she's a self-published author as well as a blogger. She's a beautiful writer. She's an event curator as well as content editor. And she's an advocate for African literature, African culture, African history, and reclaiming African narratives. Now, when it comes to the awards and the recognition, she is no stranger to being on top of the game, because in 2016 she was the runner-up for Slam Africa. 2018 she was a nominee for the Sondeka Awards for Best Spoken Word Artist. In 2018 she got a Poetry After Lunch Recognition Award, and in 2019 she was a nominee for Kafingoma Awards for Spoken Word Poet of the Year. 2020, she won the Sondeka Awards for Best Spoken Word Poet. And in 2022, again, she won the Sondeka Award for Best Spoken Word Poet. All right. These are some of the things that she's been saying, right? She said, poetry is a lens through which I view and interpret the world. And it's very, very clear that she lives, eats, and breathes poetry. She's also said, our voices are powerful tools for change. We must use them wisely. Indeed. She's also said that through storytelling, we preserve our history and shape our future, which is why we are here having these conversations, hoping to make the world a better place. All right. And she's also said art is a bridge that connects diverse cultures and experiences. And in every verse, there lies the potential to inspire and transform. So that is exactly what she aims to do with regards to her poetry, with regards to the work that she does. And you can tell that this is something that she lives for. It's not just a by the way. All right. So we are going to continue celebrating different poets across the continent in this country as we dive into the rest of the hour. The time is 11:48, and I would like you to enjoy just a couple of jams, and then we'll be back talking about civil society and women's place in poetry. But in the meantime, happy World Poetry to you. So this is Tabsam Langu by J Blessing, St. P and Joanne Matata, and Haiwahusu by Israel Onyach. Enjoy.
If I could turn back the hands of
moment I spent with you, I'd still want you here. So tell me now, what happened to forever? What happened to the days? Oh, you said you'd leave me never. Now I'm in a daze. Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me now? Had so much to say. We had so much to do. Time can never erase your face. No, 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 nothing can ever take your place. You are the fire deep inside of me. You are the strength that I need to succeed. You are the voice that speaks to me. Asante kwa uzuri wako. Asante kwa mafundisho yako. Yote uliyotenda yalikuwa mema, twakusujudu. Wewe ndiwe tabasamu langu. Wewe ndiwe ngome yangu. Wewe ndiwe rafiki yangu. Wewe ndiwe, wewe ndiwe. I'll never turn back the hands of time. So here's what I'll do. I'll make you proud. I'll make you smile. And do the things that you left behind. I wanna thank you for being my friend. For being us.
Changamoto tunazo nyingi, si rahisi. Furaha yetu ya wahuzunisha, ya wahangaisha, mnanungunika. Kwani tunakosa gani? Kupenda tangu lini kawa dhambi? Na yetu si haramu, ni halali. Nina maswali siamini. Ndugu zanguni, hampendezwi na furaha yangu. Mnachopenda ni fununu, nyinyi mbona mnanikemea nikimbusu mimi? Mnieleze shida yenu nini? Haiwahusu, haiwahusu nani? Mina mpenzi wangu tutafika mbali. Liwe liwalo si hatusimami. Mkipanga njama na sisi tutapangua. Juu haiwahusu mpenzi, maneno yao haiwezi tuweka chini. Wakija na silaha tutapambana nao. Siendi popote, mi sitakuacha kamwe. Ni mimi na wewe, penzi haiwahusu. Alone, 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 alone. Wenye wivu mtukome. Mliokosa washikaji njooni muone. Vile penzi letu imejipa na nimeshiba. Nilipata kitu bora vile nilikupata. My lover, nakutaka till forever. It's you and me. No one could ever take your place. Mnachopenda ni fununu, nyinyi mbona mnanikemea nikimbusu mimi? Mnieleze shida yenu nini? Haiwahusu, haiwahusu nani? Mina mpenzi wangu tutafika mbali. liwe liwalo siya tusimami, kipanga njama na sisi tutapangua juu hewa. Maneno yao haiwezi tuweka chini, wakija na silaha tutapambana nao. Siendi popote, mimi sitakuacha kamwe, ni mimi na wewe. Maneno yao haiwezi tuweka chini, wakija na silaha tutapambana nao. Siendi popote, mimi sitakuacha kamwe, ni mimi na wewe. Penzi haiwahusu, haiwahusu, ni mimi na wewe, ni mimi na wewe tu, ni mimi na wewe tu mpenzi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
War is okay. I felt this feeling inside that we finally made it. Yeah, we finally made it out alive. Ooh, the sun came out this morning, and I hear the birds are calling. Can you feel the glory coming? Ooh, the sun came out this morning, and I hear the birds are calling. Can you feel it coming? Don't you worry, takuwa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Don't you worry, takuwa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. I know that life can be unkind, but don't even get time to unwind. Stuck in the feeling like you're behind everyone in everything. You got this hold on to your life. Everyone you need are on your side, and with time you will see it will be fine. Ooh, the sun came out this morning, and I hear the birds are calling. Can you feel the glory coming? Ooh, the sun came out this morning, and I hear the birds are calling. Can you feel it coming? Don't you worry, takuwa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Don't you worry, takuwa sawa, don't you worry, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Don't you worry, takuwa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa. Don't you worry, takuwa sawa, sawa sawa, sawa sawa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Already. Kila kitu itakuwa sawa. So that is what Cheru is letting you know. And right before that, we had the good Haiwa Husu by Israel Onyach. Now let me know how you guys are loving the show, because I'm having a chill time. It is exactly 1/2 of Friday. It is 12 noon, and welcome back to Sheversations, the space where we amplify female voices. Now, let me know if you feel like your voice is being amplified, if you see yourself, if you feel yourself, if you hear yourself here at Sheversations. Let me know what kind of conversations you would like for us to be having. Caroline_Murote on Instagram and at Power Radio. On Facebook, it's Caroline Murote. On X, it's at Caroline Murote. On TikTok, it's at Caro Murote, CarolMurote, and Power Radio across all of those different platforms. Let me know. Now, we said that we are going to be talking about women in politics as well as in civic spaces, particularly paving the way for inclusive leadership. So let me know if you're celebrating your nearest female leader, nearest senator, nearest female governor. How are you feeling about them? I would love to know because we're such a political country. And I am particularly interested in women's participation in those spaces, in the space of politics, in the space of civic society, because those spaces are very essential in shaping equitable policies as well as promoting inclusive governance. Now, the concern that I have is that we have so many different women in different positions, but do we really understand what it means to be a woman in leadership for those that are leading and those of us that are being led? So that is the conversation we're going to talk about today, and seeing if the leadership spaces we have are inclusive for everybody, seeing if everybody is welcome. We need to evolve further. We need to change the current status quo. We need to look into the challenges. We need to look into the success stories and see if anything has moved, or are we still at the same place where the needle is barely moving. Now, let's look at it historically, right? Historically, traditionally, when it comes to political spaces and civic society, those spaces have been extremely male dominated. This is because of the patriarchy, because we have a very, very specific cultural and societal norms, and historically this have excluded women, right? And I continuously say that this is a post-colonial pattern, that before that there were different spaces for women in different societies, and we've been sharing some of the stories of what it looked like for women to be leaders across the board, and what leadership meant when you're not looking at a him versus her way and lens, and we're looking at who we are and who we were as Africans, where everything was in harmony. The power structures were harmonious, the status quo was harmonious, and it wasn't a competition. It wasn't you are here because you think you're better, I'm there because I'm lesser than. And I think I like to imagine, and also based on the information that I have, I like to think that this is a post-colonial problem. This is a problem that is the history as was written, and not necessarily history as was. So this is history from the past 50 to 100 years, which is not necessarily what our cultures originally were. But end of rant, because there's been a shift over time, right? Because over the years, we've seen so many different progressive reforms, as well as global advocacy for women's rights. And we've seen the spaces gradually opening doors for female leadership, female participation, both in the space of politics and civil society, right? Especially in leadership spaces. And we've had international conventions, such as the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. That is the CEDAW, CEDAW, again, Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. And these conventions and others like this one have played such an instrumental role in pushing for gender inclusive policies globally. Now, we also have grassroots movements which have been advocating for the rights of women and gender equality. We've had so many of those that have emerged, and they've been bringing to the forefront the importance of female representation in governance. And in Kenya, historical figures such as Wangari Maathai, who won the Nobel Peace Prize, and Martha Karua, who's a prominent political leader, have helped pave the way for more women to enter politics. So kudos to the Wangari Maathais and the Martha Karuas of the world, because so many have been inspired by these two women in the different spaces. What does our country look like now? What is the status quo? What are we saying now about politics? What are we saying now about civil society and how inclusive it is of women? We've seen a significant increase in the numbers of women contesting for elections. We've seen an increase of women who are holding positions in local government, as well as playing influential roles in national politics. We've had the introduction of the gender quotas, a 2/3 gender rule, as well as reserved seats for women in parliament that are like the women rep positions, that has ensured more gender balance as well as representation in political processes. And the conversation that I like to have surrounding this, the gender quotas and the reserved seats, so that would be the 2/3 gender rule as well as the women rep positions, is that is affirmative action. And a lot of people take issue to the performance of those women, and they think it's a woman's issue, as opposed to realizing that it's a societal issue. It's a cultural issue. It's a political issue. That is our political culture in Kenya, for leaders to ascend and take positions of power and squander our money and not be held accountable and enter the most ridiculous squabbles and fights and disagreements and conflicts zenye hazituhusu as civilians, as citizens, as the people that are supposed to be direct recipients of their leadership. The problem with us taking our frustrations out on women leaders is the fact that we have fought so hard as a post-colonial Kenyan society. We have fought so hard to see women represented in these spaces of leadership that it quite doesn't make sense. It is very painful and annoying and frustrating and irritating when you realize that a lot of these women do not understand how hard it has been for these spaces to exist, and hence they just continue to do whatever it is, that the men in those positions have been doing all along. And then I have another counter argument where if you have had men who have been in power since the 60s, the 50s, so that let's say 50 years. Yes. So let's just say 50 years. You've had men who have been in power for 50 years, a culture of male-dominated leadership for 50 years. And perhaps women have only heard it for 15 years, 10 years. A 2010 constitution is 2010, and we're in 2025. That's 15 years. So 50 years minus 15 years is how many years? That's a 35-year difference of this is how long men have had to figure out how to do their job well. This is how long they have been tried and tested. Are they doing a good job anyway? And the answer is no. Hence, how long do you need to give women to do a good job? Men messed up. We had dictators in our country. We've had murderers in our country. What have we not had in the hands of men? What kind of atrocities have we not seen that men are responsible for in leadership spaces, from leadership spaces in the judiciary, the legislature? Do you understand what I'm saying? All these things have been happening for the past 50 years of our post-colonial history, of our independent Kenyan history. So how much more time, to be fair? And so now somebody else might say that we don't have time to play catch up. We don't have time for women to learn, but women do need to learn, because if you have denied me power my whole life, Actually, let me simplify this. If I am a street child who has been denied, neglected my whole life, and then you put me in a house with everything I could ever ask for, is it not going to take a while for me to figure those things out? And now this might be a weird example because, we're not equating women to street children, but I am equating the neglect of the situation and the lack of the situation to what happens is that if we've not had good examples of women leaders, we've not been represented in these spaces, and then all of a sudden now there's a whole array of at least 20 women in power politically as we know it because of the 2/3 gender rule. So 20 plus, there's enough women now for us to look up to. They don't have a previous generation's mistakes to learn and learn from. And the way women lead is not particularly the way men lead, not because they are not capable, but because we are fundamentally very different people in the way that we think and the way that we see things. However, this does not mean that we that we are not as qualified. What this means is that the culture has not made space for women to make mistakes. So anybody who says that this affirmative action is not working, I would ask them, why do you think we needed affirmative action in the first place? It's because there was an imbalance in society. And until we figure out a productive and progressive and representative way to have leadership where women are not being locked out, then it is very much necessary. Affirmative action is not something you do just because you're bored. It's not something you do just because extremists and progressive people and liberals are fighting for their rights and they're screaming and they just won't leave you alone if you don't give them what they want. It's not us as a society bowing to the tantrums of people that are entitled. No, society is obligated to allow every member of society to be represented as far as the Constitution of Kenya mandates. So that is where we need to see that this gender quotas, as well as the reserved seats, are going to be relevant. And as frustrated as we are with the people that hold those positions, my question will always be, have we not been frustrated with the men anyways? So these women for whom these positions have been fought for, society has been asking. If they're not doing their job great, it's because society raises these kinds of human beings because they are just the same as the men. Which means that the solution is not for us to take away representation, which naturally is not there in post-colonial Kenya. It is for us to understand that there needs to be a change of culture where if I am the only leader available, I will not only lead women or women that are outspoken. I will lead everybody in every single situation. And until Kenyan society reaches a maturity where a leader understands that they represent the people and not just their people, not just their gender, not just their social class, not just their tribe, not just their accolade level status people, then we are going to need affirmative action because it means that oppressive systems of power still exist. Yes? I hope that we are together. So that is the current landscape in Kenya when it comes to the gender quotas and reserved seats. And I just wanted to share that when it comes to the noise on it. Are these positions necessary? These people are messing up. If you haven't taken out all the men who have been messing up for decades, some of them since before some of you were born, currently, then leave the women alone. Let them mess up because we're talking about representation. Let the messy men have represented the messy society. Let us also have messy women representing society and deal with the messiness and not the gender. All right? Okay. And, so the 2/3 gender rule promotes equality and participation of women in the political access to political spaces, and this was mandated in the 2010 Constitution. Also, currently and recently, we've seen more women who have joined political parties and contesting elections at various levels, from county assemblies to parliament, with notable success stories of women securing seats. And shout out to the likes of, Nerima and the likes for their participation in the political scene, and the fact that as a young generation and as young women, some of us are feeling a little bit represented and hoping that we are going to get different people so that we have choices. I would like to have a choice. I would like to see somebody different on the ballot box. Yes, because our last election was very colorful between a pastor, yes, the Yaman who was advocating for the herb, and it's a 4 days work week. That is what that was being advocated for, which I had no issue with. And then now we had the 2 regulars. I do not want to see any more regulars on the ballot box. Truly speaking, I would like to see somebody who has not yet reached the age of 50 years contesting for elections. Is that too much to ask for? Ladies, are we asking for too much? Gents, are we asking for too much? Personally, that is what I desire. It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's look at civic engagement. So beyond elected office, we as women have been at the forefront of community mobilization as well as local governance. And this is in the spaces of leading initiatives that address key community needs such as education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. So when we talk about civil society, this is what we're talking about. And women are increasingly engaged in civil society activism, championing for cases such as human rights, social justice, gender equality, as well as climate change, which, if you realize, is everything we talk about here on Sheversations. And we've been having programs that promote civic education that empower women with knowledge and tools necessary to engage effectively in policy discussions as well as community decision making. So we are going to get into a few success stories right after this break. And we're going to have just a couple of jams, and then we are going to get back into it. So right about now, I'm leaving you in the hands of Bro Code. This is Kizenda and Mazuri Mabaya by Yaya Tajiri.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Nimekupata wewe, dawa yangu ya roho mama, na nisijechelewa kuzikiri hisia. Kweli nimetembea panda shuka za dunia, lakini karejea na mahaba kapokea. Nilikupenda kweli mimi na mapenzi bado yapo, nikakutwika mzigo hata na ukavumilia bila mada, na kupenda kila saa. Ningependa angalau nikwambie wewe, na sasa tumeconnect Kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Na sasa tumeconnect Kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Is a story kabla judge book. Is it my body, is it how I look? Tuliza mori, cause the ground shook. Well, fell from heaven in the bright look. Na unajua ni wewe na waza mama, na unajua ni wewe usiku mchana. Na sasa tumeconnect Kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Na sasa tumeconnect Kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Nieleze pambana na maisha we, na bado unanichanganya.
nikaimba nieleze, pambana na maisha we, na bado unanichanganya changanya.
Nasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Nasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda.
Nikaimba nieleze, pambana na maisha we, na unanichanganya changanya.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Nitajaribu kile mindaweza, ndio nikuone ukitabasamu. Niko na wivu kwa wale wenye pesa, maisha yao lazima iwe tamu. Na akisisi tunanyeshewa na inanisumbua, spendi kuona ukitembea kwa baridi na mvua. Ndo maana ndajaribu kile mindaweza, hizi mashida situzisahau. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziezi tuzika, hazitatushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Na nikujitambua ndio ilifanya nikakuchagua, na nikoshua shida zikija ndazitatua mama. Woyo ukitaka maziwa ama halua ndazinunua, na kuletea kasi na fea nitatembea mama. No. Kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Nasema tena, kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziezi tuzika, haziezi tushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Nasema mpenzi sibagui, no, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. No, mpenzi sitabui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ndajaribu kile mindaweza, ndo nikuone ukitabasamu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Yeah. It's Brandy.
So fresh is
tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friends only. Unaogopa nini? 'Cause I got you. If you fall, I promise to get you, get you, get you. If you fall, I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise to get you. I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise. I promise this. I promise. Mina da tupendane, misi da tukosane, tupatane usiku wa manane. Unaweza come to banane. Yeah, be my baby. Bestie, let's go dancing. We are amazing. Let's start with the basics. Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because tangu kitambo tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friends only. Unaogopa nini? 'Cause I got you. If you fall, I promise to get you, get you, get you. If you fall, I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise to get you. I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise. I promise this. I promise to.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome back to Sheversations. The time is 25 minutes past the half past the day. And I wanted to let you know that World Poetry Day is celebrated on this day every single year. And it was declared by UNESCO in 1999. Did you know that? And this was done with the aim of supporting linguistic diversity through poetic expression and increasing the opportunity for endangered languages to be heard. Iyo part ya endangered languages to be heard is the one that has caught my fancy. And somebody I would like to doubly, triply celebrate for that is Mumbi Macharia, because her poetry and her work focuses on Africa and how we are going to reclaim Africa for ourselves in terms of us just celebrating ourselves and understanding who we are, as well as just understanding our background, right? And how to move forward with where we are as a society. And before I give you the couple of success stories that we have for women in governance as well as civic society, we have Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. All right. And this is from her 1978 collection. Wow. 1978, guys, what were you doing? I didn't exist in 1978. If anybody born in 1978 is watching this show, please comment, holla. I want to say hi. And this is what Maya Angelou says in Still Arise, right? You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got all wells pumping in my living room. Out of the heart of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I am a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. So that's just an excerpt from Maya Angelou's Still I Rise. And this one is Audre Lorde, also from 1978, and this is from a collection named The Black Unicorn. So you see, African woman, you see my Sheversation list. These poems are for you. It is important for us to understand the power poetry has in helping to form and remind us and affirm us of our identity, because these are women of color, Black American women who grew up with a post-slavery and some of them a slavery, background where they were not allowed to fully express themselves. And I feel like as Kenyans, a lot of us, currently in the feelings of oppression that we are grappling with, the feelings of exploitation, and unfair leadership that we're grappling with, this should be relatable. This is the power of poetry. So in A Woman Speaks, she says, moon marked and touched by sun, by magic is unwritten, but when the sea turns back, it will leave my shape behind. I seek no favor, untouched by blood, unrelenting as the curse of love, permanent as my errors, all my pride. I do not mix love with pity, nor hate with scorn. And if you would know me, look into the entrails of Uranus, where the restless oceans pound. Layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of depth. Something about poetry is that it is not for everybody. You will not understand poetry unless you want to. And then the last one is Wasan Shire, who is an Ethiopian immigrant who was, raised in the UK, Somali, because her parents were refugees. They ran away, sought asylum in the UK, and so she has such a unique lens of her identity and who she is as a child of refugees. And this piece is from her 2011 collection, Teaching My Mother How to Give Birth. And it is titled For Women Who Are Difficult to Love. And it reads, you are a horse running alone, and he tries to tame you, compares you to an impossible highway, to a burning house, says you are blinding him, that he could never leave you, forget you, want anything but you. You dizzy him. You are unbearable. Every woman before or after you is doused in your name. So she is just speaking to a toxic love. She is speaking to a love that cannot tame you because you are a wild horse. And Black women, understand that you are a wild horse in all your strength and all of your beauty. You are not here to be tamed. I am not here to be tamed. And apologies to they that try to tame us, because they are going to be disappointed. Some of us are untamable. Some of us are completely undomesticatable, if there is such a word. Now, yes, so we were giving the success stories of a few ladies who have really done their thing in civic engagement and in politics as well. And so we have Wamboi Kamiru and Purity Mweni, who are among the notable women who have emerged as local activists, and they've been advocating for women's rights as well as empowerment. We have women such as Cyril Mbaire, who's a member of parliament, and she has proven that women can excel in high-level political roles. So well done to you, Cicely. Yeah. And we have Mother Karua, who's a former Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. And she's been widely recognized for her leadership, for her determination, as well as her role in pushing for judicial and constitutional reforms in our country. We also have Grace Ogot, who became one of Kenya's first female members of parliament, and she has paved the way for women in politics, and she has been creating a lasting impact on women's representation in government already. So we have a few challenges and barriers, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to women's representation in politics, and this is what I want to dive in just briefly, right? And we have social cultural constraints, and let's be real. So despite all the progress that we've made, guys, our culture is deeply rooted in a toxic patriarchal culture that is holding women back from stepping into politics. Because in so many spaces, women are the ones holding it down at home. They're the ones handling the cooking. They're the ones handling the cleaning, the caregiving. And politics is still seen as a man's world, as a man's turf. And it's like society has got this idea that women are too emotional, too soft, not, tough enough for the political game. Men get to be assertive as well as decisive. So it's it's an age-old narrative that is yon. It's very boring. And the stereotypes, the minute a woman is showed emotion, she's called too emotional by other women as well. So we women need to change the language and how we address women, and understanding that women are not men, and that we have no business being the ones reinforcing the stupid stereotypes, right? So any kind of emotion that a woman is, oh, sasa ona ameanza na umama, you know, in the negative connotation that kitu jina kama umama, like that term already implies the negative connotation that we have towards women. We are hateful towards women in society. Any woman who has a strong personality is seen as a problem. And we have decided that women must be one way, always smiling, always pleasant, always soft. And if you are not, then you are not woman enough, or you're just a problem. And people try to figure out how to get rid of you because, you know, you're just not, you know, agreeable. Yet difficult men are given 6 million chances. They are given the benefit of doubt. And it's quite boring. It's quite boring. When a man is emotional, oh, he's just passionate, or they must have really triggered him. So ladies, let me say something to you before I say something to the men. We need to stop it with the double standards. We need to stop saying that women need to be represented, yet when we see women representing, we're the first ones to have a problem with them. Women are never going to be like men. We don't want to be like men. So can we please embrace what is inherently female, that women leaders are going to show up as in their leadership spaces. If a woman is emotional, emotions are not a problem. It's how you use these emotions that is the issue. There's a reason why God put emotions in our body. There's a reason why God made women more emotive than men. There is a reason why God made women more expressive than men. There are things that we can achieve that men will never achieve. And if we constantly degrade women for being themselves, then we are just liars in saying that we want empowerment. We are liars when we say we want equality. We are liars when we say we want equity, because we are the first ones as ladies to pull each other down. So even when men are enjoying from a system that protects them while also breaking them down, because the patriarchy is not a great system, we are guilty. We ourselves are part of the problem. So let's look at some of the structural and institutional barriers. So we have been left out in funding as women, left out in the networking game, right? And honestly, without the cash to back your campaign as a woman, or the network to grow your political presence, how will you even get started? So that's just that's one of the barriers. And another thing is political parties. Political parties are not always there for gender inclusivity, ladies and gentlemen. Some are still stuck in the patriarchal ways, where a woman's voice is an afterthought. Like, oh, we must have women, so you are there as a token. Well, even if they put you there as a token, show them why. Unfortunately, in our society, women must prove themselves. Women need to prove themselves. They need to show and convince people as to why they're good enough. Well, men show up. As long as a man vies for a position, just because he's there, we will vote for him in. But the scrutiny a woman is given, wow, it's actually crazy. The double standards are crazy. And many women don't get the political training they need, which is what I was talking about with the 50 years for men versus 15 years for women. Political training is a real thing, right? And then we have fundraising, all right? In the political space, we have PR, we have strategizing, you know, for your party, for your leadership position, and all the different things that would give women a fighting chance in the political arena. So those are the spaces where we need to seek to uplift women, because if we don't, then we are just singing and building sandcastles in the air, and it's bound to end up in a flop and a womp, 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 a very disappointing scene. And media representation as well as public perception is there are other areas, right? So if you flip through the media, you'll see a lot of coverage on women politicians. Yes, but what is it about? What is it about? It's often about their looks. Yeah, it's often about their family life and who they're dating. And let me see. Do we make fun of male politicians? We do. For example, our former Mali walituguzia Murema, and they exited our former deputy president, Gachagua. He used to dress in a very interesting manner. But you know what's interesting is that Kenyans continue to take him seriously. But let a woman come with miss eyebrows zenye zimechorwa ni kama zilikuwa zinataka kutoroka, and we won't hear anything else she says. So that lack of benefit of doubt is what we're talking about. Dating. Oh my goodness. What's it? Joho has been dating how many? The whole industry. He's dated the whole allegedly dated the whole industry. Allegedly dated everybody's sister and their cousin. Yet, if you get a woman politician who has been caught, usikie tu ati alikuwa na somebody on the side. Oh my goodness, this person can no longer. They will be watatolewa. They are going to be completely discredited. So we hold women and men to different standards, and it's completely ridiculous. We want to know about what kind of a mother this woman is, yet we don't ask about all the illegitimate children. We really don't care. Even if we know, we don't care about all the illegitimate children, all of the side children, how good of a parent the men in leadership positions are. So it's completely ridiculous how we reduce women's leadership to trivialities about their personal life. We need to learn what to focus on, because we are rubbishing the greatness in our women when we continue this nonsense, right? And we also have, in the media, we still have negative portrayals. We have tokenism, which we've talked about, and media bias. So this only pushes women away from politics. And instead of spotlighting what they're actually contributing to society, the media prefers to reinforce outdated stereotypes that make women look less qualified to lead. And that's just very disappointing. So let's look at, very briefly, a strategy for women empowerment as well as inclusion. So we need policy and legal frameworks, right? So we need real policies that push for gender quotas as well as reserved seats in parliament and local government. No more token women in politics, right? And it's time to make sure that women are actually represented and it's not just for show. So our government also needs to pass and enforce laws to protect female candidates from discrimination, harassment, violence during elections. We are tired. Enough with the toxic politics. And let's not forget about civic education. Educating voters about gender equality and the value of diversity in leadership is a key to changing the narrative. We also need to look into capacity building as well as mentorship. So we need to be training the next generation of female leaders. We need leadership, we need public speaking, political strategy, as well as governance programs that actually equip women with the skills that they need to run with and to win. And we also need mentorship for women. We need spaces where experienced female politicians pass down the torch, share advice, as well as provide the support that helps younger women to thrive in politics. We also need to mobilize the community, give civic education, starting with the grassroots. So this looks like launching campaigns that make it clear why is it essential for women to participate in politics. So go and teach that. Go to the slums, go to the ghettos, go to the villages, the urban centers, and teach that. It's not about feeling sit, but changing the game for the better. And speaking of which, civic education is a need for each and every single person. It's a priority everywhere, in school, in communities, in public spaces. Let us teach people that inclusive governance means a better society for everybody. And local organizations and NGOs also have a huge role in creating spaces for women's leadership, as well as making sure that marginalized women have access to political empowerment programs. And this is to the media and the people that work in PR spaces. We need to start promoting the actual work that women are doing in politics, like we do here on Sheversations, not just their looks or their personal lives, right? We need to highlight their policy contributions as well as their leadership skills. And we need public relation campaigns that emphasize women's positive impacts in society, and that could totally flip the script on what it looks like, and that's probably how we are going to change the age-old stereotypes. So let's use technology, ladies and gentlemen. Let us look into having conversations with young people, and let's look at having solidarity with international communities, multinational communities, so that we can all move forward with having more women in political spaces as well as in civic society. So that's as much serious information I have for you on today's conversation, on today's Sheversation. Let me know if you have enjoyed the conversation. And right before we bounce, this is about the girlies and their afros, just an ode to international International World Poetry Day. And this is by Gwendolyn Brooks. I'm an old school girl when it comes to my poetry. So this is from her 1987 collection that is labeled Black. So this is the time that a lot of Black women were agitating against segregation laws and anti-Black laws in the United States. And so Gwendolyn Brooks says, to those of my sisters who kept their naturals, that is the name of this piece, and this is just an excerpt. And it says, you have not bought blondine. You have not hailed the hot comb recently. You have never worshipped Marilyn Monroe. You say, Farah's hair is hers. You have not wanted to be white, nor have you testified to the adoration of that state with the advertisement of imitation. You never gave a damn about Minnie Mouse and her golden bow. You are not the pet, the servant, the crier of yes, ma'am. You are your own self-created and self-creating. So that is Gwendolyn Brooks, to those of my sisters who kept their naturals. And from me today, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we end this conversation. And this is Policy by Flyer. And I hope that you have a lovely, lovely weekend. I'm going to see you next week. Bye-bye.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Unaona habari, unaona hao wamepicheza.
Raundi, utajua haujui, hatuweki mafala. Pesa nitakula, na sitaleta kurahi. Wakifunga nyumba, ulikuwa rundawe. Hatuweki mafala. Haujali bao me, nasikia una benki Maldives. Kije nyumba kina cheki palm trees. Ikinuka utaruka kambi. Sina karo, sina food, sina kodi. Anina BBI, kuna COVID. Miss me na stories za BBI. Wanasema tunavuta bangi, lakini cheki zinashika nani. Wananchi wanawika haki, ukutenda zikipita kati. Sitakuvotia we, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Sitakuvotia we, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Mafala, so pesa nitakula, sitaleta kura. Nikishindo na rent, ulikuwa Karen, hatuweki mafala. Hawajali about you, nasikia wana mali offshores. Mandege na mameli lonos, wakidedi watasare odos. Magazeti walihonga of course, kwenye tali niki 30 man. Someone tell me where we headed now. Wanasema tunavuta bangi, lakini cheki zinashika nani. Wananchi wanawika haki, kutenda zikipita kati. Sitakuvotia we, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Sitakuvotia we, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Mafala, raundi, utajua haujui.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.